Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnan Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. The way in which Sri Ramakrishna transports from the grief-stricken stage to the highly elevating stage of ecstatic love of God. We saw in the last class, and at the request of Sri Krishna, Uddhava had gone to Vrindavan to console the cowherds and gopis. Console. God is sending a person to console the jiva, who were sore at heart because of their separation from their beloved Krishna. We saw various types of sufferings, where the suffering comes in our existence, and what level. The highest level being of the pain of separation is at the spiritual level, when spiritual companion disappears from our grip. The Kathak said, when Uddhava arrived at Vrindavan, the gopis and cowherd boys ran to him eagerly and asked him, "How is our Krishna? Has he forgotten us altogether?" Because there is no news being sent. After some time, Uddhava has been able to send, because he had the important task of Dharma Samsthapana during his childhood days. Up to the age of 11, he presented the unstained pure love of the transcendental being brought to the relative existence of ours, and demonstrated it before he enters into full adulthood. A childhood and the puberty period, he ends the whole play. And then by the time he is entering into youth, he rushes forth for Dharma Samsthapana, for re-establishing the Dharma, the human existence according to the law of nature. So there we see Krishna disappearing, and now after the first phase of killing Kamsa, he is at little freedom, and the further Mahabharata war has to take place. Time is there, and he is sending Uddhava to console the gopis. How is our Krishna? Has he forgotten us altogether? Does not he even speak our names? So saying, some of them wept. Others accompanied him to various places in Vrindavan, still filled with Krishna's sweet memory. They said, here, various places within Vrindavan, their childhood days, from the birth, how many feats he has done, killing so many demons, and all that we see, and everything has a deep impression of unimaginable dimensions, which no human can do. He has done such feats. And then now, wherever they go, whatever they see, it reminds, oh, I was with him, I was sitting on that tree, Krishna had said like this had happened here, that had happened here. Just moving about, moving about, lonely like something has disappeared from there, this one. Nothing is tasting them good. Even food, this one, mothers and fathers have to call so many times to bring them to normal state of activities. Oh, take the cows and go for grazing. They are reluctant to go. What to go? Where to go? What for to go? All these questions arise in them. For whose sake? We don't need anything anymore. Why should I take the cows for racing at all? I don't need anything, I am Purna. If Krishna is not there, what is there? If Krishna is there, what is there? What is for? What for I have to do? Those kinds of thoughts persist, everything. And that state of extreme joy of the presence of his presence in the mind and his absence in the physical world keeps them always oscillating. And the whole thing is happening not in the physical world. It is happening in a divine world where body doesn't interfere. Oh, what if I don't take food? It doesn't matter. That kind of love possessed. So that expressions, they are taking Uddhava, each one is holding, come here, here. They are dragging him here and there to show what all things happened during the last 11 years of his stay here in Vrindavan. Others accompanied him to various places in Vrindavan, still filled with Krishna's sweet memory. They said, here it was Krishna lifted the Mount Govardhan, and here he killed the demons sent by the evil-minded Kansa. In this meadow he tended his cows. Here on the bank of Jamuna he sported. Here he played with cowherd boys, and here in these groves he met the gopis. Uddhava said to them, why are you grief-stricken at the Krishna's absence? He resides in all beings as their indwelling spirit. He is God himself, and nothing can exist without God. But, said the gopis, we do not understand all that. We can neither read nor write. We know only our Krishna of Vrindavan who played with us here in so many ways. Uddhava said, Krishna is God himself. By meditating on him, man escapes from birth and death in this world and attains liberation. The gopi said, we do not understand big words like liberation. We want to see Krishna in our hearts. So, this Uddhava's coming and meeting gopis, he sends Uddhava actually to send with two purposes. One is to make gopis aware of his existence in their own hearts, they can see. Because they have seen him objectively all through, loved him objectively all through. Their souls used to project out from their own bodies, and love used to go on. The whole binding forces, all things as they are, used to go on. This movement of their hearts externally, now still they are aspiring for external Krishna being with them. They want Krishna to be with them externally at the gross physical level. But this doesn't end here. The Krishna wants, oh, you saw me objectively at all times being one with us, within and without. Now, can you not see me within you? I pervade everything. I pervade the whole universe. I pervade all beings. I pervade every heart. I am there in your hearts. Can't you see me? If you but find me within yourself, you will no more feel any kind of loss anymore. You will be filled within. So Krishna wants Uddhava to introduce them, the Krishna being in the heart. He wants them, as you saw me outside, you can see me within any moment. You can transcend your bodily existence and turn inward and see me there. I am there just 1 inch inside. Just leave your body, leave your mind, you will see me. There is the space of consciousness. Chidakasha is there. I eternally live. I was calling you all with my flute. My flute was constantly, my whisper in your ears was going on. But you were busy with the external world. So I had to present myself in the external world to draw your attention. Now see me. Turn inward and see me. My eternal being with you and through eternity. Turn inward, turn inward. You want them to just look inside. Because the age will, in no time, the age will end. The old age will come. Death is sure to come. So these inevitable things are going to happen. So here we see a new atmosphere presenting. On the other side, this Uddhava is immersed in the Advaitic consciousness. God is all pervading, God is all pervading. He is Nirguna Nirakara. He is all pervading. Advaitic. He is not able to understand what is ecstatic love of God. What is God with form? Saguna Sakara. He is not able to understand yet. He is not able, his heart is not open. His intellect is so much open to the realities that he transcends the nature and peeps beyond, where there cannot be any name and form. In that realm, he wants to dwell. Krishna wants him to see the other aspect of God also. God is as much Nirguna Nirakara, so much he is Saguna Sakara. The Lord is impersonal absolute and personal existence with bodily existence. So the two aspects he wants to present, two things to achieve. The Uddhava has to acquire the knowledge of the personal God with form, Saguna Sakara, and he has to go acquire, Gopis has to acquire the Nirguna Nirakara also of the Lord. Because the Bhaktas, in whatever way they approach God, God doesn't keep anything short. Every bit of knowledge they need of God will be given. Bhaktas will never perish. Bhaktas will not lack any kind of knowledge. If they love the Saguna Sakara, God with form, he will one day take you to the God without form and reveal his another aspect also. So that part he is fulfilling now. He is bringing that into picture. Look here how it's happening. So he has sent the Uddhava to, and the Uddhava meeting is going on. All their experiences and all that they tell. We want to see Krishna in the end of our hearts. We want to see Krishna of our hearts, not in our hearts. Their heart has been set on the Krishna, and that Krishna on whom their hearts are sitting. That Krishna we want to see. The master listened to the story from Bhagavata with great attention and said at last, "Yes, gopis were right." Then he sang, "Though I am never loth to grant salvation, I hesitate indeed to grant pure love. Whosoever wins pure love surpasses all. He is adored by men. He triumphs over the three worlds. Listen, Chandravali, I shall tell you of love. Mukti a man can gain, but rare is bhakti. Solely for pure love's sake did I become King Vali's doorkeeper, down in his realm in the nether world. Alone in Vrindavan can pure love be found. Its secret none but the gopis and gopas know. For pure love's sake I dwelt in Nanda's house, taking him as my father. I carried his burdens on my head." Sri Ramakrishna sang the beautiful song. How the divine manifestation for what? One is to fulfill the needs of devotees. The other is to redeem the others who are unable to climb. The bhaktas seek the divine company. The suffering wants to come out of the suffering. The beggar wants to get some means of sustenance. Each has his need. And God comes to fulfill the two important things. The devotees who love Him and seek His company, God wants to give that company. In Rama Lila, so many gods and siddhas who have finished their cycle of being in the universe, transcending, they have reached the higher levels of consciousness. They want to enjoy the company of God. The gods want to enjoy the company of the God, the Lord coming down in human form. So they come as gopis, they come as monkeys in Rama Lila. Similarly, in Ramakrishna Lila, you will see just like when Krishna left the body, one by one his great things manifest. They blow down and take the human form and go to the heaven. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, all these become devatas again and return. When Rama is leaving body, is Dhanush Vana. He is worn clothes like Krishna's Pitambara. The Pitambara, it takes a human form, devata form, and goes. All these are devatas covering. You cannot understand. It has become a cloth on the body of Krishna. It wants to. The clouds, the gopis, the gopas, the cows, the calves, gods have come like that. In Ramakrishna Lila also, we heard from the elderly, enlightened soul of our order. Oh, here was Sri Ramakrishna played, lived. And even grasses, Devatas had come to like becoming grass at the feet of Rama in the when he walked through the forest to give him soft touches. Like that, here to touch the feet of, to get the touch of the feet of Sri Ramakrishna, they had become the Panchavati. The trees were gods and goddesses. The cot on which he lay down, everything was the divine manifestation. Whole of this one, Leela Kshetra, is made of divine manifestations which do not belong to Ganga river. All these are specially made divine manifestations for God. So here we see Master listened to Bhagavata with great attention, and then, oh yes, the gopis were right. Then he sang the song. Oh, though I am never, God is uttering these words. In the song itself, written by the poet saint, he is expressing God's feelings, which is Ramakrishna is singing that song. Though I never loathe to grant salvation, I hesitate indeed to grant pure love. Love and mukti. I don't mind giving mukti to a soul, but to give bhakti, I hesitate. Because it is a long-term obligation. Whenever the bhakta calls, he has to be there by his side. Ecstatic love of God. Every bit of his responsibilities he has to take over and see that everything is done. For God it is not this one, but for Jiva it is rather extremely difficult to bear. For God can easily give as much mukti as much bhakti also he can give. But how much a lamp can withstand the electricity? What voltage up to? If I designed a bulb to withstand 220 volts, Indian standard, or 240 volts, I may make the lamp tolerate up to 300 volts. That is the maximum it can bear. If 330 volts come, the bulb will fuse away. They can't bear such a huge love force of love towards God. That is one thing. And mukti it just dissolves. His personality is dissolved. He is no more. He has become the bliss himself. Becoming bliss is mukti. Himself mukti is total mukti. The liberation, total liberation. Whereas the bhakta attaining liberation and preserving his individual identity to be one with God in various ways, to express that ecstatic love of God is another thing. So in this song it is given, though I never loathe to grant salvation, that is mukti, though I don't hesitate to give mukti, I hesitate indeed to grant pure love. Whoever wins pure love surpasses all. He is supreme, one who has attained love of God. He is adored by men, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramakrishna, all these, those who have reached, even now, saints, so many saints in India, every nook and corner, you see saints being there, adored by men. He triumphs over the three worlds. Three worlds. He is beyond the three worlds. Listen, Chandravali, I shall tell you of love. Mukti a man may gain, but rare is the bhakti. Bhakti is sharing with God. Bhakti and prema have entirely different concepts. Prema is where I am going to dissolve my individuality. I am going to dissolve my personality. I am going to dissolve my individuality, my identity, my personality, to be one with God. In bhakti, I retain my personality, I retain my individuality, I retain my identity as bhakta and be devoted to God. I serve Him, I love Him, I keep the difference, I and you. When I don't want to keep the difference and dissolve, it becomes prema. When I want to retain my difference, duality is retained in bhakti, duality is dissolved in prema. This ecstatic love of God is prema, wherein He exists, remains, but is not able to take care of Himself or is unable to exist independent of God in prema. He is now and then becoming one with God and he is separating, looking and just oscillating between the individuality. The body awareness won't be there. Individuality is dissolving, duality is dissolving and reappearing as one with it. Like a wave raising in the ocean and calming down. Wave raising and calming down. It is happening. But here it has become ice. In bhakti, it has become ice. It is separately from the... It is in water at all times as ice. So the duality is kept. You are soft, I am hard. That I can serve you, I can love you, I will do this. Wherever I see you, your presence, I will serve there. That understanding dwells here we see in Ramakrishna's, this one, that song, the difference between love and the mukti concept. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.